We are all working together here at the retreat for that feeling of family and working together towards a common goal.
We had a woman that came to us who was living a very healthy, active life up until her deployment in Afghanistan, where she was involved in a roadside bombing. And she was medically discharged from the Army, and she had been using a walker. And that's all she used since the day of the injury. She had 2 young children that she used to recall playing with in the yard, running around, and all of these things that she thought she might not be able to do again. And she went into severe depression and started to get hooked on her pain medication that she was prescribed for the injury. And when she came to us, she had pretty much given up hope that she would ever live the type of life that she had prior to the deployment, prior to the injury.
The intermingling of both substance abuse, the PTSD symptoms are intermingled. They're tough to pull apart. And a lot of these folks have absolutely no knowledge of it. We try and tell them that a lot of us have backgrounds similar to theirs.
And when she came to us, there was 3 other veterans there at the time who had also served in Afghanistan. And they got her up on the treadmill. The first day, I think she did maybe a minute, 2 minutes. Day after day, a little bit more, until she said to me, my goal is to walk out that front door and see my husband and see my children, and I want them to see me walk out just on my own free will.
When their feelings and their emotions are validated by others who've been through similar experiences, that does away with the terminal uniqueness and bring, like maybe these people know what I'm talking about.
And I remember the day that she was leaving. I remember her walking out the front door, and her husband looked across and he saw her immediately. She had a big smile on her face, which she hadn't had at all prior to her experience at the retreat. And her husband started to cry. And her children ran up, and one went to one leg, and one went to her other leg and grabbed on. And she started to cry, and the husband was crying, and then I started to cry, and everyone was crying. And it was just a really nice moment to see her go from almost hopeless to this place where she had a chance to get back to that life that she had before the bombing. And that's just one of the stories that happens all the time at the retreat.